Okay, last week we talked a little bit about leadership training. We talked about some philosophy of ministry, and I want to start off this week by reminding us of the big picture of the overall process. Here's the goal. We've got three different types of people in general categories. We've got seekers, and we have believers, and we have disciplers. And we've already said that discipleship is movement. It's moving people from left to right. It's trying to get people to go from seeker to believer to discipler. And we're doing all of this using truth and love. We're imparting biblical truth in the context of caring relationships. So we use truth and love to create this movement. And that's what discipleship is. Now, in this lesson, in this video, we're going to talk about the most basic type of group, probably the simplest type of group, maybe a group you've already been in or you're currently even in, and it's called the believer group. Now, this is most likely the most comfortable way to start your group. When you're thinking about starting a group, and I know you're probably nervous about it, but when you're thinking about starting a group, most likely you're going to start your group with some believers. And that's okay. That's a great way to start a group. So we're going to talk a little bit about how to do that. Here's how to start a group with believers. Just 3 simple steps. Number 1, start with people you like, and don't be afraid to start small. Right away, and at the end of this video, we're going to have you think about some people, but start with people that you like, that you want to be in relationship with, that it wouldn't be a chore for you to be in relationship with. And specifically people who aren't already connected into groups, people that you think might benefit from having God's truth imparted to them in the context of a caring relationship. And again, don't be afraid to start small. If you're starting a group as a couple, if you're a married couple, maybe pick 1 or 2 other couples. Now, you can go bigger than that if you want, but don't be afraid to start small. Small's fine. If you're a student, maybe you just think of 1 or 2 other students who could really benefit from getting into God's Word and learning with you. So start with people you like, and don't be afraid to start small. Number 2, just simply pick a series that would interest them and invite them to join. Don't make a big deal about it. Just say, hey, I'm going to study Galatians, or I'm going to study this thing called Foundations, or I'm going to do this thing on on this one religion, investigating this religion. Go check out the Red Note series options that are there, and pick something that would interest you and would interest them, and invite them to join. And then number 3, just take it 1 series at a time. But here's the key: plan to invite them to another series. That's really the simplest way to start a group. Start with people you like, pick a series that would interest them, and then take it 1 series at a time. And be ready after the series. Maybe it's a 4-week series or a 3-week series, and so that's the basic commitment. But be ready at the end of that series to invite them to continue on with you. Now, we'll talk about all of this some more. We'll talk about the different types of groups and what technology is available and all that stuff. We'll answer a bunch of your questions, but this is a great place to pause right now before we go on and talk with your group, talk with your coach about these questions in red, and then we'll see you in the next video.